Bay Area sports fans. I'm Scott. I'm a longtime resident. I'm just an ordinary guy. And I'm just an ordinary fan. But I'm a lifelong Bay Area fan, just like many of you. I support all the teams. West Coast, Bay Area, Northern California, you name it, and I've been following them almost my entire life. Now, the reason I am posting this is because I started texting with my adult sons and my son-in-law. I started doing this a few weeks back, and we like to refer to it as the Dub Playoff Watch. And as all of you Warrior fans and NBA fans know,
This season is different. We got playing games.
and that's cool. I mean, some of us, for traditionalist, you may go back and forth on it, but let's face it, the NFL implemented wild card. Major League Baseball, they've got their wild card, and I think it's going to be exciting, especially if our team, my team, your team, ends up in 9th or 10th spot. You're going to want that play-in game. Now, of course, you end up in 9th or 10th, it's going to take 2 wins to overcome the 7th or 8th team that you're playing to get into the playoffs, into the series, into the tournament, if you will. If you're in the 7th or 8th spot, you only need to win once. So, lots of challenges for the Warriors this year, needless to say. For all of you who've been following real closely, obviously Steph's been on a tear since he's come back from that tailbone contusion. Slight injury, but credit to him, obviously. He's been playing through it, and maybe the best he's played his entire career for this stretch. Obviously, last night, this isn't the greatest time to be putting this on because they went on an 11-game stretch. At least Steph went on an 11-game stretch. Even the games that they lost, man, they played to the very end, had a shot, and every single game has been exciting, and Steph has been doing everything possible to try to pull them out. They've had lots of contributions from lots of different players. Draymond is doing his thing again, which is
A diversity.
and myriad of skills and attributes that he can
Do both on the defensive end.
end, on facilitation on the offensive side as well as the defensive side. The guy is amazing. Looney, Mr. Fundamentals, he seems to do everything correctly. Doesn't go up on pump fakes, and can play defense on the perimeter as well. Boxes out, gets boards. If you leave him open, he will hit a shot. As a matter of fact, Mr. Looney, I think you need to shoot more. Having said that, Wiggins, Mr. Consistency, man, what a big addition. Oubre now back from his injury. He had a great game last night. Poole seems to be coming around, says coming up from the G League. Very exciting. If he stops hesitating and he is just has the offensive mindset that is needed to be assertive and aggressive offensively, between his quickness and his pull-up, I think he can do wonders. But D. Lee and Bazemore has had monster games and contributions, and I hate to go through the list because I hate to leave anybody out. But we know that this roster and this team, there's been lots of challenges throughout the year. So to try and maintain this 9th or 10th spot and maybe even achieve
A 7th or an 8th.
maybe even a 6th, that's what this is all about, and it's exciting. As exciting as heck to try and see what's going to happen. There's only a few games left because this is a shortened season. This is only 72
Game season. So
Having said that, I got my monster stat guy over here, and let's bring everybody up to speed on where we're at. And I apologize for not having some multimedia stuff going on here, like all the talking head shows do. Those guys talk a lot of East Coast bias all over the place. They don't know our teams. Come on. Let's see, where are we at? So the Dubs, they're still barely ahead of the Spurs right now by 1 percentage point. And that's a battle for the 9th and 10th spot. The Pelicans are, I think, 3 to 4 games below them. So as long as we can still keep them out of the play, out of contention, then at least we can guarantee getting into the playoff game. But that's not good enough, man. We don't want to end it right there, right? So right now, they're still one game behind the Grizzlies because fortunately, even though the Warriors lost, it would have been huge if they could have won that game because they would have been tied with the Grizzlies right now for that 8th spot. But unfortunately, it's just not the way it goes. And like I said, these guys are not robots. They're human beings. So everybody's not going to have a great night all the time. So hopefully they're going to pick it up tomorrow. But one game behind the Grizzlies. They're now 3 games behind the Mavs because the Mavs won last night. And they're 3.5 behind the Blazers in that 6th spot. 3.5. That is not too shabby. They got a shot. Now, I believe there's only 12 games left for them remaining in the season. And generally, for most of the NBA, although some haven't played as many as the Warriors, so they may have a couple more games left. And tonight, critical, the Pistons are at the Spurs. That's tough for the Pistons. The Spurs should win that one, but let's hope they do not. And the Lakers at the Mavs. That could be huge for the Warriors. Let's hope with AD returning, let's hope that he gives the Lakers what they need to put them over the top so that they can beat the Mavericks. And the Warriors can gain a half game tonight. So, I don't want to go on for too long like all the talking heads. I don't want to bore you to death. I will post daily updates. And hopefully you find this enjoyable because that's all it's intended to be. And let's go Warriors. Let's go Dub fans. And let's get into this, man. You know, by the way, the Warriors are going to welcome fans back to their venue in San Francisco, of course, for the first time since the pandemic began. So that is exciting for those of you who can attend. Enjoy it and make lots of noise. Let's go Dubs. I'm out.